Hey there, how's it going? Oh, sorry, I forgot this was a chill video. Let's try that again. Well, hello. Welcome, my friend. And thank you for clicking on the video today. Do you remember being a little dweeb? Just unlimited time, no responsibilities, no deadlines, no emails and notifications and adult nonsense. Just you, your stuff, and an endless afternoon to disappear into. I mean, it wasn't perfect. We also had to eat gross vegetables and go to school and pretend to care about long division while Mrs. Saunders crushed my spirit by banning me from doodling in the margins of my workbook. But we're not focusing on that. We are romanticizing the good old days right now. Back then, being bored was basically my full-time job, and that was kind of great. You just figured it out. You'd fire up a game that you've already played to death, but somehow find the fun, because games are fun. And little me knew that. And I still can do that. The ability didn't go anywhere, but now there's all this noise sitting on top of it. Adult stuff, brain clutter, the constant feeling that I should be doing something more important than relaxing. So even when I sit down to play a game, my brain is like, yeah, fine, play a game. But also, what about taxes and emails and that embarrassing thing we said in the group chat back in 2011? And then there's the weird pressure of choice. You boot something up and play for 5 minutes and then suddenly you're thinking, is this the right game to be playing? Like as if there's some divine being grading how well you're using your game time. I see this being talked about all the time. In my comment section, in my Discord server, and just out there online. And every time I read those comments, it's like, I want to give you a hug. I want to say, it's not just you. It's a whole thing. We're all feeling it. I don't have some magical fix for it. I'm just a 40-something-year-old dweeb who still lives in his mom's basement. You probably shouldn't be taking my advice about anything other than RetroArch settings and pouring the perfect mug of root beer. But I have stumbled into a few things that have changed the way that I approach this. Things that make it easier to actually chill out and enjoy games again. For me at least. And maybe you. But honestly, even if we don't solve it, I think it helps just knowing that we're all kind of dealing with the same weird brain stuff. And worst case scenario, we don't fix anything, but we get to complain about it together, which is basically one step of being an adult anyways. I'm excited to talk about this because it is a topic that I am passionate about. Chill gaming is like my thing. I'm all about chilling out with a game, unwinding your springs and unknotting your tangles. Letting all that tight, buzzy, overcooked energy just kind of drip out your ears while you bop around a cozy little game world. No pressure, no stress, just you, a comfy vibe, and a game that's happy just to have you there. Happy to provide an escape so you can turn off your brain and chill out for the first time today, and maybe even in a long time. This video isn't a dissertation or an exhaustive analysis of the phenomenon. Heck, I don't even know what most of those words mean. This is more like a big pile of thoughts and methods and tips and tricks that have helped me forget that I'm an adult and just chill out with a game. But if you have suggestions of your own or other things you'd like to say, just let it rip in the comments below. This video isn't going to be a whole bunch of what not to do's, but I feel like it's important to get the most obvious but also the most common don't do that thing out of the way. You need to put down your phone. For the love of all things good and dweeby, you need to disconnect from the Matrix if you want to chill out with a game. I mean, I'm not anti-phone. Phones are magical pieces of tech. They connect us and entertain us and give us unfettered access to all the information we could ever want. But trust me, when you're trying to chill out with a game, all that garbage is the last thing you need competing for your attention. Phones are the ultimate distraction, and chilling out with a game is like the opposite of distractions. It's what you do for therapy when you have too many distractions in your life. So just turn off the phone, or put it on Do Not Disturb, or put it in the freezer where you can't see it. Whatever, just get it out of your hand, out of your vision, and out of your life. Only briefly. You can go back to doom scrolling after your chill game has calmed you and given you a new fresh perspective on life better than therapy ever could. This one is not required, but it is helpful. And that is, create yourself a space to game in. It can be something grand, like a gaming lounge man cave thing with a ton of decorations and cool stuff to dazzle your senses, but it doesn't have to be. A simple reorganizing of your desk and adding some things that calm and delight you could be enough. I've shown off my cozy retro gaming corner many times. I've made videos about it and I've tweaked it since then, and I still show it off all the time. And this is a great thing to do, and you should if you can, but maybe this is way more than you need. This video is about chill gaming for busy adults. So spending a ton of time to make yourself a cozy gaming space may not be the best way to spend your meager free busy adult time. What's more important is just to have a space that you game in. Because that's like a psychology thing. You enter your gaming space and your brain goes, ah, yes, I know what to do now. Time to chill out. And it just gets you there quicker. And then when you have your space, you can set the mood. It could be as simple as having a few objects that are within your field of vision that you like a stuffy of a game character, or some moody light to set the tone. As long as your space is cozy, to help you get into the chill gaming mood with minimal friction, you'll be all right. Now, this may be a redundant thing to say considering that my channel is like mostly about handheld gaming, but it still needs to be said. Getting a handheld is like a shortcut for chill gaming. I'm a firm believer that handheld gaming is the most frictionless type of gaming possible. You don't need to book time to use the family TV. You don't need to plop yourself down in front of a computer that has a million other distractions ready to steal your focus. You don't need to subscribe to TechDweeb on YouTube unless you want to. Which you do, and you should. When you have a handheld, you can literally have a chill gaming session anywhere, anytime. You can get a handheld PC if you can find one and afford one in this economy, but one of the few gadgets that hasn't encountered pricing and availability concerns is retro handhelds. These things are plentiful and available, and they're cheaper than ever, and better than ever. You can grab yourself a Miu Mini Plus from a site like LitNXT and have a lovely little Game Boy doodad that you can fire up and play some chill retro games on anywhere. I also love these preloaded SD cards that they sell. The Surwish Onion OS cards. These things are all pre-set up and ready to rock with amazing ROM sets. Considering that the video topic is about gaming for busy adults, getting a device that is all set up for you and doesn't need to be tinkered with is like a cheat code for busy adults. It also comes with cheat codes, by the way. If you're interested in picking up something like this, I'll have a link to my video on the topic and also the doodad in the thingy below. Depending on what you like to play, retro games can be a super chill experience. Fire up some Tetris or Donkey Kong or some GBA RPG or some obscure racing game that you played a million times when you were a kid. Oh, that's another cheat code. Playing games you played back in the day. There are few shortcuts to chill than soaking up nostalgic retro vibes of games you used to love. I admit that I'm biased here because I love handhelds and I always have one with me, and my channel is mostly about handhelds as well. But I don't care. Handhelds are great for chill gaming. Let me know if you disagree in the comments below, so I can ban you. And this next tip is sort of similar to the last one, except that it's kind of the opposite. So it's not similar at all, if you think about it. I call this the digital detox. See, retro handhelds have a problem, and I guess any device that has your Steam library or your Switch games, wherever you have lots of games, you'll experience what I call digital distraction overload. I've accepted that the more busy I get in life, the less patience I have for games. If I have like a big video project in the works, or if I have some adult thing that needs a doing along with some deadline for something or other, all that stuff piles up and makes me crave chilling out with a game, but when my mind is jumbled, I don't know what to play. Like, I'll sit down and stare at a game list, looking at all these amazing games that I know I will love and will make me happy, but I just can't pick one. Or I pick one and then I immediately jump to something else. Having too many options leads me to just hunt for games instead of settling on something. I made a video about this topic recently, how to pick which games to play. Actually, there's lots in that video that would be relevant to this topic. I'll toss a link to that in the thingy below, and you can watch it after you're done watching this one. So basically, this tip is kind of just putting a restriction on the games that you have access to. So maybe if you have a retro handheld, get a fresh SD card and just copy over a few games. Like 2 or 3 games per system, or even just 2 to 3 games total. You can do the same with Steam too. Create a new collection for yourself and only add a few games. Say to yourself, these are the games that I'm playing right now, and stick with them. You can bounce off them eventually and pick new games, but not until you've given them a proper chance to suck you in. 3 is a good number because it forces you to prioritize, and you can still have a short game in there to just fire up when you only have a minute or two, and some medium length different style game for when you need to change, and a longer game for you to sink your teeth into. But you don't need 800 options for every possible mood and situation. Remember, back in the day, for me and most of the dweebs I knew at least, we didn't have thousands of games to pick from. We had like however many. I usually had 3 or 4 at a time, and those were the games that we played. And we enjoyed them more because we didn't have lots of games, not less. And if you're still struggling, after all the amazing tips in this video, if you still can't frickin' chill out and enjoy a game as an escape from your busy adult life, then I hate to break it to you, but the problem isn't the devices you have or what you have available or your space or distractions or any of that. If you've done everything and you still can't chill out with a game and be happy, then you're probably expecting me to say that the problem is you, or maybe you don't actually want a game, but I don't think that's the case. I'm gonna make a comparison here. Are you ready? Well, I hope so, because here it comes. This is kind of like exercise. Some of us don't want to exercise. If left to our own devices, we will never choose to go and lift weights or go for a run or whatever. But because we know the value of exercise, we know it's going to be good for us, so we force ourselves to do it. Maybe we have a rule that every Thursday after work we go to the gym. Or maybe like we're not allowed to order pizza during the weekend if we didn't do our daily jog every single day. These rules that force us to exercise, for some of us at least, they worked. We exercised against our will, but we did it. And here's the magical thing. As we exercised, we felt better. We started to actually enjoy it. We got the dopamine rush of knowing that we did a thing, and then we got fitter and stronger. We lost weight, we felt better, and the exercise itself started to become fun as we got better at it. And that created a feedback loop by us forcing ourselves to do something that we didn't actually want to do. I consider games as serving many roles. They can distract us, entertain us, amaze and delight us. But for me and lots of people, I think, games are also kind of like therapy. As life piles on exhaustion, games are like the antidote, or at least they help. They wash away the dust of everyday life, and we feel cleaner having done the games. Doing games feels good. So if you're having a hard time enjoying chill games as a busy adult, then maybe treat it like exercise. Come up with some rules or whatever that force you to treat yourself to some gaming, because you know you'll enjoy it and it'll be good for you. Literally force yourself to sit down and play a game for a set amount of time. I've done this many times. When life is busy and there's always a new busy life thing to move on to with no time for games, I literally force myself to stop, pick up a handheld, and play some Dragon Warrior. Or Tony Hawk's, or whatever it is. I say to myself, you sit down and play some games for at least 30 minutes, mister. And it freaking works every time. So like, we're all different, we all have different brains or whatever, and maybe this isn't what you needed to hear. But maybe it was. In which case, good. I've been a gamer my whole life, and games have been with me my whole life. And now somehow it happened. I'm a busy adult. I love making YouTube videos and working on my channel and just doing this stuff that I do. It's more or less all I ever want to do. But that leaves me feeling a bit empty sometimes, because I know that I would love playing this or that game, but I find it hard to make the time. And when I do, the games don't work the same way they used to. I'm worse at games, and I have lots of mental stuff going on that I never had when I was younger. Not just busy adult stuff, but like, you know, the mental struggles that were probably always there but are harder and harder to ignore. And psychology tells us that it's important not to fight against those things, to just accept them and work with them. So like, don't give yourself a hard time about not being able to chill out and enjoy something the way you used to. Just do everything you can and let what happens happens. Give yourself the gift of a cozy space with minimal distractions, a doodad to play on, and some strategies that'll help give you a push in the right direction. Do what you can and enjoy what you get, but maybe it won't work the way you want, and that's okay. It doesn't always work. Life is too big and our brains are too weird to be solved by something as simple as just playing a game. But it does help, and if it doesn't work great today, maybe it will another day. games will always be there. Don't worry, your bottomless backlog will follow you to your grave. So chill out and don't worry about it. Easier said than done, but you don't need to say it. I do, because I'm the one making the video. All you need to do is click the thumbs up button if you liked it, and come back soon because I make lots of videos. Some of them even suck less than this one. And that'll do it for me for today. I'm TechDweeb, thanks for watching, bye bye!